Hey guys, BizB2 here, and before this video starts, like the last video, I just want to say a giant thank you to all the support my past videos have been getting. Like my last and most popular video on my channel, which was the What Monsters Could We See in Little Nightmares 3, has now literally got 3.8 thousand views. I cannot thank you guys enough, and yeah, I really appreciate it. My subscribers have gone up, my analytics have gone up as a whole, and I just want to say, guys, I really appreciate it. But yeah. Also guys, I'd like to mention that this video will contain spoilers for Little Nightmares 1, partially Little Nightmares 2, partially a bit of the comics, and some of the podcast, which is The Sounds of Nightmares. With that out of the way, let's just get into the video. So this video is deciding whether Little Nightmares 3 is a prequel or a sequel by the title. So as you could probably tell, I am scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I have no more ideas for Little Nightmares 3 theories. I've done everything I can think about, and I don't want to copy other creators because I feel that's a bit what's the word? That's a bit stupid, and it seemed like that I'm doing it all for the views, which I'm not. I'm doing it for just to have fun, because I like sharing my theories and sharing my ideas on my favorite game, which is Little Nightmares. And yeah, so as I said, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel, and this will probably be my last theory for a long while. And if there's not much to post about, then I might even have a break. Yeah. I'm hoping for a Little Nightmares 3 gameplay trailer soon, but maybe I do have a couple more ideas, like maybe what effect will the change of companies be? So like, I switched from Target to Supermassive, will that be a big deal? Like, will Little Nightmares 3 be a letdown? Or when will Little Nightmares release, like an estimated time, or when will we get a release date? If you want to see something like that, make sure you smash the like button. But yeah, let's just get straight into the theory. So the evidence we got is of it being a prequel is all other games besides Little Nightmares 1 was a prequel. So as we know, Little Nightmares 2 was a prequel to Little Nightmares 1. Very Little Nightmares was a prequel to Little Nightmares 2, and yeah, every single Little Nightmares game known to man has been a prequel to the first game. Yeah, there's never been a sequel to Little Nightmares 1, and it seems highly unlikely for them to make Little Nightmares 3 a sequel, unless maybe it's the last game or something. Also, it looks in the screenshots, I'll put some up on screen, but it looks like in the screenshots, as I said, we might be going to the moor, and rather than it being the moor we see in Little Nightmares 1, it looks like the very early stages of it, so before 6 was there. Also, this is one of my weaker points about it, but 6's dark power hasn't affected the world yet. So if you remember back to Little Nightmares 1, at the end of the game, 6 got the lady's powers, and if it is a cycle, then it would make sense why it haven't affected the world of Little Nightmares. But if it's not a cycle and she's not a lady, then for the powers have not affected the world yet for some reason. And probably the biggest point is that mirrors are still a big thing in Little Nightmares. Like, if you remember in Little Nightmares 1, the theme was gluttony, obviously, but also mirrors played a big part about it. But yeah, mirrors look like they make a return, so it only seems right for it to be a prequel if that aspect, like the mirrors of the game, is coming back to the franchise. The evidence for it being a sequel is first one. If you type up on Google, is Little Nightmares 3 a sequel or prequel? It says a standalone sequel. So that is saying the Little Nightmares 3 is a sequel, but obviously that's just an educated guess, considering it did say the Little Nightmares 2 was a sequel. I think it said that back when Little Nightmares 2 weren't released. Also, if it is a sequel, there could be a final battle between 6, like I said in my other video. If it is a sequel, then I feel like it only makes sense for 6's story to end. So it could also be the final Little Nightmares game, which is kind of why I hope it's not a sequel and it's a prequel instead, because that could be the last Little Nightmares game and that'd be devastating if it is. Also, there is literally no solid evidence showing that it's not a sequel, and it's usually implied that a game is a sequel if it has a 2 or whatever number in its title. So like Little Nightmares 2, Little Nightmares 2 was implied to be a sequel because of the 2 in its name. It means it's carrying on from the first game, but obviously it was not, because it was a prequel. And also probably the weakest point is that there were mutated bugs like the cockroaches in Little Nightmares 3, meaning it could be a new outbreak, and it haven't reached the mall yet. So unless you would count the leeches as mutated, which I would not. The cockroaches are obviously mutated animals in the Little Nightmares 3 world, and maybe it's like a disease or something that mutates things around the world. So that's the theory part end of it. I feel like that was really short for some reason. I don't know if it was, but we're gonna move to the comments now from the last video. If you want to be in the next video for a comment, make sure you comment your theories down below. So first, sorry if I cannot pronounce this right. BVB Y Post says, I hope they show a glimpse of who gave 6 that bread in the first one. I don't know why that part always vividly stands out to me. So I've never really thought about this character making a return and their backstory. And it's really interesting to think about whatever happened to the kid. Although it's not rational to predict that he is dead, he could be one of the kids in the cages captured by the janitor. So if you remember in Little Nightmares 1, where 6 got captured and the runaway kid got captured, he or she could be one of the kids in there. So like in the room with all the cages, it's not crazy to assume that the kid is in one of those cages. Also, this is the least likely option, is that the kid starved to death, as it seems that he gave 6 he or she's last bit of food. You can see that the kid looks really sad after that, and he could have starved. And another option is that the kid survived and is still on the mall to this day, which is, now that I think about it, the least likely option. It's not very likely that the kid survived. But thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it. Bone Nacho says, I think that this is a prequel and the podcast happens, then Little Nightmares 3. I think Lo and Alone are friends who both got nightmares, and Otto has to cause them trauma, and he eventually does, and Lo and Alone get separated for Lo to become the Mirror Man, and Alone becomes the Pigtail Girl. I think Otto took Alone with her permanent nightmare. Bad wording. The theory is outlandish. My theory sucks. Also, I can't join your Discord server. It's not letting me. So in my opinion, I think that this is a great theory, and coincidentally, it goes along with this video, so that's a plus. But yeah, I don't think your theory is outlandish, and I don't think that it sucks either. It's a great theory. I never really thought about where the Sounds of Nightmares really takes place on the Little Nightmares timeline. Like, I've never really sat down and thought about that. And I find it very interesting and cool about the possibility of Lone Alone being one of Otto's patients. I think that is... It blows my mind. It would blow my mind if that's what were to happen. And I think it's just so cool it's so cool to think about, and it all ties together. Also, like, something to support this theory is that the hospital-looking bed scene at the end of the Little Nightmares 3 Necropolis walkthrough, that looks like the counties, and that scene makes it more likely that they're Otto's patients, because that room is exactly what I look like, one of the rooms to look like in the counties. But yeah, I'll put another link to my Discord in the description if you'd like to join it, or if anyone would like to join it. I think they do expire, so if you do want to, like, an invite or anything, just ask me in the comments, and I'll put one, like a new and updated one, in the comments for you. Thank you for your comment. And finally, lover of Yuri Garin 1149, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, says, ever notice Lowe's mask? So I was actually going to theorize about this one in one of my other videos, but to be totally honest, I completely forgot to put it in my notes. But yeah, Lowe's mask can be one of two things. Either it's a Plague Doctor mask or a Crow mask. If it's a Plague Doctor mask, then it's very likely that the game will be all about disease and pollution, considering each game has had a theme. The first game was about gluttony, and the second game about technology and addiction. On the other hand, if it is a Crow, then that means that Little Nightmares 3 could be associated or based off the comments. So, as I said, Lowe's mask, it really does help figure out what the Little Nightmares 3 is all about. Also, if you want a Little Nightmares 3 video theorizing about what kind of theme Little Nightmares 3 would have, make sure you like and put it in the comments. But yeah, if it is a Plague Doctor mask, then there's a very high chance the game could be all about disease and maybe global warming. I know that's very unlikely, considering plague masks have nothing to do with global warming, but it's just an idea, and I would personally like it more if it was a Crow, and it looks more like a Crow than a Plague Doctor mask, in my opinion, because then it'd be associated off the comments, and then we get to the North Wind and the Ferryman in the third game, and I think that would be really, really, really cool. Thanks for your comment. So, guys, as I literally say in every single one of my videos, this video has felt very short. But hopefully it's not too short. I'm really trying my best to bring out some really good content for you guys, as like a thank you for all the support on my past videos. I really, really do appreciate it. And like, ever since I was a little kid, I started this channel when I was like 9, 10, I think, and I never thought I'd get to this point of me knowing that I have fans waiting and for my uploads and getting excited when I post, and I really do appreciate that. All of you, you've made my dreams come true, and I love you all, like every single one of you, for that. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you have a theory if you have a theory for Little Nightmares 3, I can theorize about next video. Don't forget that if you ever want to join my Discord and talk to me about theories, texting about theories, then I'll leave my Discord link down in the description. So again, thank you for all the support. Again, thank you for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.